Hi Padawans and Cadets, it's your Uncle Magog here, and today we're going to be reading more Bible stories. What's that? Where's Uncle Tony? Well, Uncle Tony can't be with us today because he doesn't live at Bethel anymore, but here on the Apostate-class Star Destroyer, we'd never abandon you, so we'll keep reading Bible stories. Today, appropriately, we'll see what happens when you question Jehovah's wisdom, because no amount of critical thinking will save you when his day comes. Are you ready, agents?
No.
Well, too bad. I already have the book out. Let's read the story of Lot. We would be honored if you would join us. Story 15. Lot's wife looked back. Lot and his family lived together with Abraham in the land of Canaan. One day, Abraham said to Lot, "There isn't land enough here for all our animals. Please, let us separate. If you go one way, then I will go the other."
I go that way, you go this way.
Yes.
Lot looked over the land. He saw a very nice part of the country that had water and a lot of good grass for his animals. This was the district of Jordan. So Lot moved his family and animals there. They finally made their home in the city of Sodom. The people of Sodom were very bad. This upset Lot because he was a good man. God was upset too. Finally, God sent two angels to warn Lot that he was going to destroy Sodom and the nearby city of Gomorrah because of their badness. We know this because we have the extended comic version from jw.org. Yes, there's a Jehovah's Witness manga. I'm not making this up. This is real first-party Watchtower material. When Lot came across the two angels, he invited them to dinner and to spend the night. The angels didn't really want to for unspecified reasons, but Lot didn't understand that no means no and basically abducted these powerful demigods into his house. This, evidently, made the local bad men of Sodom angry. We can tell because they're loitering and bald. All bald men are bad. The men of Sodom wanted to do bad things to the angels, which, for some reason, the comic book thinks involves kunai knives from Naruto. But if you ask Mom and Dad, they'll read you the Bible passage. It's Genesis chapter 19 and verses 4 through 9. This is where the bad men demanded the angels come out so they could put pointy objects into them. But not their knives. What's that? What other pointy objects would they possibly want to put into them? Well, I'd tell you, but then the YouTube fleet would shoot our Star Destroyer out of the sky so fast you'd swear they pulled a hold-up maneuver. Anyway, Lot was a smart man, so he said this, and I quote, "Please, my brothers, do not act wickedly. Please, here, I have two daughters who have never had sexual relations with a man. Please let me bring them out to you for you to do with them whatever seems good to you. But do not do anything to these men, for they have come under the shelter of my roof." Because apparently it's unacceptable for these men to assault two perfect strangers that you forcibly abducted to make dinner for, but an angry mob having their way with your freshly engaged daughters against their will is perfectly acceptable in the eyes of God. Because remember, Lot was a good man. Anyway, apparently these angels came from King Kai's planet because they used the solar flare from Dragon Ball Z to blind the angry mob before any sort of assault could take place. The angels told Lot, "Hurry, take your wife and your two daughters and get out of here." Lot and his family were a little slow in going, so the angels took them by the hand and led them out of the city. Then one of the angels said, "Run for your lives. Do not look back. Run to the hills so that you won't be killed." Jehovah, God of life and love, decided to basically create a volcanic eruption of some kind and localize all the fallout over Sodom and Gomorrah respectively. Lot and his nameless daughters obeyed and ran away from Sodom. They didn't stop for a moment, and they didn't look back. But Lot's also nameless wife disobeyed. After they had gone some distance from Sodom, she stopped and looked back. Then, Lot's wife became a pillar of salt. Can you see her in the picture? Oh please, your dad exposes you to worse on a daily basis. You literally just got back from dropping a frigate on an Imperial cloning facility. Killing a man's wife through horrible transmogrification because her human curiosity had her glance back at her burning home is nothing in comparison. Grow up. Anywho, we can learn a good lesson from this. It shows us that God saves those who obey him, but those who do not obey him will lose their lives. And those who do will, apparently, be free to do terrible, terrible things in a cave with their father to preserve the family bloodline, even though the same angels could have simply either saved those girls' fiancés or guided them to eligible young men. The end. So, Grogu, did you learn anything?
No. No. No.
Well, maybe I can help. Let's play a game with the Padawans and cadets at home. What do we learn from Lot and his family? Why did Jesus mention Lot's wife? The clue is in Luke chapter 17, verses 28 through 32.
Likewise, just as it occurred in the days of Lot, they were eating, they were drinking, they were buying, they were selling, they were planting, they were building. But on the day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and sulfur from heaven and destroyed them all. It will be the same on that day when the Son of Man is revealed. On that day, let the person who is on the housetop, but whose belongings are in the house, not come down to pick these up. And likewise, the person out in the field must not return to the things behind. Remember the wife of Lot.
That's right, when Jesus comes back, he's nuking everything, so never get attached, even to wives. Okay, let's try this one. What things does the Bible warn you not to look at? The hint is in Psalm 101, verse 3.
I will not set anything worthless before my eyes. I hate the deeds of those who deviate from what is right. I will have nothing to do with them.
That's right, literally nothing that Jehovah deems worthless. That's a college degree, a comfortable living situation, or even a healthy relationship with a non-believer, because Jesus will nuke those too. Just not with water. We learned that last time with the rainbow. Alright, one last one. Why should you listen to your parents when they tell you not to do something? The answer is in Ephesians chapter 6, verses 1 through 3.
Children, be obedient to your parents in union with the Lord, for this is righteous. Honor your father and your mother is the first command with a promise, that it may go well with you, and you may remain a long time on the earth.
That's right, Jehovah wants you to be blindly obedient to your parents, because that's the same thing as being blindly loyal to him. Otherwise, he'll have Jesus, Uncle Tony, and the rest of the 144,000 kill you in cold blood when Armageddon comes. Isn't that lovely? What, you don't like the ending?
No.
Was it the unnecessary murder, the constant threats of sexual assault, or all the incest that we largely skipped over? Which is super weird because all scripture is inspired of God and beneficial, but apparently not beneficial enough for them to put it in these children's books, just so Jehovah's Witness parents won't have to have uncomfortable conversations with their children before bed?
Yes.